Yeah.
Remember, we're
a karate kick.
we're sponsored by Prime every video now, every episode.
Oh yeah.
Brought to you by Prime.
I mean, I was going to have a crazy night at the Hogan's Hangout, and I called my brother. I said, Logan Paul, there's going to be a lot of Hulkamaniacs here tonight, dude, and they're going to need hydration as they drink on into the morning, brother. So what you got for me? So he said, no problem, brother. I'm going to send you all the Prime drinks that you can have, brother. We got the lemon lime Prime. We got the tropical fruit Prime, brother. But then I started thinking, man, well, hydration is just going to cut it, brother. Because these Hulkamaniacs are going to be here all night. They're going to need some energy. What do you got for that, brother? And then he sent me some blue raspberry energy drink Prime, some tropical punch Prime energy
Jesus
drink
Christ. Jeez, how much did you drop on Prime this week?
Oh, I fucking spent it all, brother. My bank account's empty now, dude. Linda took all my money. That was
Is the energy drink?
Masters of the universe. Masters of the
universe. Three.
Fuck. Well, who's the longtime director of WCW? His name always fucking came up first. Jess, help me.
Craig
Leathers. Yes.
Does everyone have their audio?
Redo the countdown because this is what they do to you guys. Welcome to the party.
Yeah.
Brother.
Shut up, brother.
All right. 3, 2, 1, brother.
Who was what? Sorry.
Were you still starting there? Check. We're supposed to start.
We're checking, brother. Yeah, audio recording, brother. Yeah. This is where we audio record, dude.
I'm recording. This is what is done to us every week.
When you record audio, you're recording multiple tracks.
It gets stored in the cloud,
so you can
brother.
take out things like music.
That's where I want to be, in the cloud, brother. I want to live forever. I thought about what you guys said last week, dude. So I hit up my buddy Elon Musk and I asked him, man, can you back my conscience back up into the cloud, dude? I want to live forever, brother.
What's happening right
now?
We were talking about last week about Hogan living forever. He's I really thought about that, dude. I really want to live forever.
Really took that to heart, brother.
I took that to heart, brother.
You
know how many Brooke Hogan lookalikes are going to be out there that need to be dated by Hulk Hogan, dude?
Whoa, that's
20-year-old brother.
Do you
So if he talks like a Brooke, walks like a
I think
Brooke,
Hogan,
fucks like a Brooke, I'm probably 12 ounce penis in him.
British Brooke.
I think
Brooke X1, Brooke X2, Brooke X3. We all need Brooks, brother.
Oh, brother. Oh shit!
I think Hogan will freeze himself.
Hold on a second, Brooke. Talking like 5 seconds, Brooke. This is my daughter.
Oh no!
I'm 12 ounce.
Guys took it
I'm 12 ounce canned beer penis inside that.
Terry was always
not that she's a dude.
So the real question, cuz, will Hogan freeze his head or his whole body?
They gotta capture the conscious. He's all, when Elon told me that blew my mind, and I said, "Oh, it's too late, brother. My mind got blown. I'm all over the place now. You can't back it up no more,
I can just
dude."
see Hogan's head next to Walt Disney and shit in the crowd.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
Yeah.
And then like
as he's falling
frozen
asleep, that doesn't work for you, bro.
All right,
Brother.
This is all getting.
Well, this is all unscripted, dude. I mean, we're all unscripted.
Yeah.
We already did the
Yeah,
Logan Paul.
We're live.
promo
We're
for the
We're live.
Prime hydration
Fuck
and
it,
energy
we'll do it
drinks.
live.
All the
Fuck
Hulkamaniacs, brother.
To play us out. What does that mean? I don't get it.
Oh man. So yeah, tonight, LA Night. I just felt like something in the pro. Wait, did you watch it, Craig?
I saw the promo and I saw his entrance. I did not see the match.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
I don't know the promo that I felt like it. I don't know.
Doesn't
like,
matter.
I think after that one promo he cut on Logan Paul and everyone, it's like it's kind of expected now to him to keep coming out with zingers like that, and like you could tell he paused because he didn't have anything. He said, and then these 3 guys are in my way. Like he kind of stopped, like he wanted to do a diss probably for like, you know how The Rock would have picked each one of them apart. You could tell he wanted to kind of go into that, and he literally paused.
So,
and said,
so
these
you're
are the
saying
3 guys that are in my
are
way, and
you-
I'm going to SummerSlam. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to compare them to The Rock, but you brought it up. Are you trying to say that The Rock never had an off night on the mic? Like he was never, he was perfect all the time?
I don't
No,
know.
but
Yeah, of
I
course
think
you
the
don't.
big
That
I don't
and
know,
that
my voice
that's
cracked.
that's my point. You're not going to remember this in 6 months. You're not going to remember the loss. It doesn't matter. I would even argue. We were talking about it earlier. LA Knight right now doesn't need a title unless.
Well,
it's gonna
and
be
they
your top
they
guy.
protected him. He didn't even lose.
Yeah, he didn't get
Right.
pinned.
And the machine doesn't allow you to riff anymore, so everything he
I-
would said would have been scripted.
But what you said before we started recording about them trolling
I don't know
us,
about
I also believe that too. But I don't know, there's just something. And then, like I said, I don't know. There's after
Triple
that
H
promo
loves
we
this
watched-
shit. He loves
I
the
know
blue
he
balls.
loves-
He loves
yeah,
us
no, for
angry, and he's
sure.
going to keep us angry
I'm
until
not
we
even-
fucking
I'm
I'm
Royal
not even
Rumble.
necessarily worried that they want to do that.
He loves a good chase. This is all chase.
That promo from last week, though.
Fine.
Craig, I even heard you moan when we watched it when he said, "Or you can consider me the GOAT," and already I was kind of like, I don't know if I'd go
Yeah.
that far just yet, buddy.
Right.
You had the one
Yeah.
week where
He
everyone was
didn't-
talking about
He
you.
didn't call himself that. He said, "You guys can call me that if you like." But one thing's for sure.
I don't know. There's just something. It's
It's
ever
not-
since
I-
that promo from a couple
you guys
weeks
are just
ago.
like you're
I was telling
There's
Jess
just something
too.
different to me.
I didn't like
you're
his tights
dissecting
tonight. I don't like the
everything
neon
way
green.
too detailed. Was that correct?
I don't know.
Whatever
like I
shit
said,
he's wearing,
it's
the
just,
tights
I'm not
and
saying
jacket.
that it's true or anything. I'm saying I'm just saying that that's how I've felt since last week's promo, and then
Okay.
hearing tonight, like
If you-
I felt like there was I don't know, something missing.
It's
tonight.
one. It's one night. Let me know when the crowd stops just going ape shit for him, and that happens.
No, that's the
we'll
good thing
be
though. They
fine.
were all behind him tonight.
It could be his
They actually
immediate.
were
I mean, he
booing
could have found out
Sheamus.
he wasn't winning like 10 seconds before that. Like,
but it
we
could have
don't
been
know,
something
right?
like that.
But maybe he knows
It
the larger
doesn't-
plan. Like, it is what it is. We're all fucking hooked in. We're all buying his t-shirts. 3 of the
I
top
just bought 3 of them.
top 6 shirts are
You bought
LA
3 of them?
Knights.
I
Like,
bought-
we're all invested. They know it. Something
The
has to
kids,
give.
And
the
like I
kids
said, I
shirts
hope
and
I'm
my
wrong.
shirts are in the mail right now. They're
I
in
hope
the
it's
mail on
the
way.
other. I hope it's the. I also hope that, like you said, that they're trolling us in that. But I don't know. I just like because I like
Again,
LA Knight.
the
I'm a big
number,
fan.
but
Unless-
because the number one thing people would say, if he's over and he's not your number one guy,
He's over.
and he's
That's-
putting
Well-
butts in the seats, and he doesn't have a title.
There,
Why give him one?
Well,
there is
the-
a part
the
two. There is a
conspiracy
part
theory-
2 to mine though, but that's going to be on unpopular opinions. So I can't. So unfortunately, I can't
Yeah.
justify why I'm feeling the way I do. And
There is one.
we doing
There
that
is
later?
one
I
thing that
forgot.
could be
I think so. Right.
Vince McMahon truly thinks he's too old, doesn't see anything in him. He's not his guy, and then he will never get over with Vince. Hence, he will never get pushed to the moon.
You know,
that could be an option also.
Start
but
signing
if
up for
you're- but if
ARP
you're never-
LA Knight. You know,
But if you're never getting over, why are you putting
starts
him out
taunting
on
him.
weird promos in the middle of Raw, in the middle of whatever? I mean, they're testing him. It's they see it. I disagree.
No, you're
Well,
right. You're right.
they are testing him. That's where I worry. Like I hope he doesn't. You know, I don't know whether. You know, I don't know. Like I said, I just felt off from the last 2 weeks of promos from him. Just
And
probably a
don't,
feeling.
and don't,
Just a feeling.
and don't worry about
Still gonna
about
watch
the
him next
ring
week.
work. This is not AEW, or it's not New Japan. The ring work doesn't have to be perfect. If he flubs a move, guess what? Seth flubs moves. It's not uncommon. Cena was terrible, compared to some people. in the
We
ring.
would start. LA
He's no
Knight as a
Chris Benoit.
cruiserweight.
It doesn't matter, as Rock says. It doesn't matter what your name is. What matters is that the crowd loves
Kevin
him
Nash all see.
because he can talk a decent promo and talk circles around the rest of these turds, and everybody loves it because that's what everybody's saying. LA Knight, yeah.
Jess,
It doesn't
you have
matter.
thoughts. You're
Still have to
quiet.
He's
have
so
the meat,
quiet.
though, in the middle.
It doesn't
What's up?
matter. What
Still,
everybody's
I'm not gonna get hyped about anybody anymore because see,
See,
No.
a little part of you is
bought
feeling
the
it, buddy.
shirt. You are hyped about it. Don't do
no,
that.
I
Don't-
think eventually
don't
he's gonna
turn
get
that.
there. I just think
You gotta
the
wait,
whole thing.
though.
Daniel Bryan, we
You
were all
bought
mad.
that
and
shirt
I was
before
like,
any of us did, Jess.
I'm trying to. I'm really trying to drink the Triple H Kool-Aid, and I like it, and
I
I
like
really
it.
like what he's done. I do. I like what he's done. It's different, and whether Vince's back kind of has some influence in the back or not is irrelevant. Like I think that their creative direction is better. I think that
Yes.
he is all about telling longer storylines.
Yeah,
I think
for sure on that.
over the
Yep.
last year and a half, I felt that. So I'm just like, you know what? Like maybe he shouldn't just fucking press the emergency button. Like maybe he should just wait.
5 years
He's
ago,
waiting
they
out.
would have strapped him, Jess.
They
What
have
he showed
time to
tonight,
wait.
like people are going to be disappointed in a good way tonight because he didn't get pinned. So people are going
That
to be like,
part
God
is-
damn it! Like so he's going to get his, and when he does, the place will pop. And
So Jess,
and,
if he was popping like this 5 years ago, they would have strapped him with something already, right?
what-
They would have panicked.
probably, and well, I don't know about that. It just depends on if Vince likes you or not. If Vince likes you, yes, they would. If not, then they wouldn't do anything. Like
5 years
with him.
ago,
It's
he
just-
should have.
it's weird. Like,
he's got the size.
and
where
I
he's
think
like,
that I agree with Cuz in the sense that
They
like
strapped it on less, is what I'm saying.
I feel like a lot of pressure's been heaped on him, and I think that like it's different now. And I don't know how improv the interviews are now. I'm sure they're still scripted,
not.
but I think it's a little bit more bullet points. Like
I
from what
agree with
hear.
that. It's not.
And
it's
we
not
just
scripted
it's just
anymore.
stuff we read. Nobody knows what it's like in the back
no,
unless you work
nobody
there.
knows.
But I mean, like, so I don't. I think the promos have been better. I think they've been less corny. I think that
Mhm.
all that stuff, and I think maybe Cuz like I think I quoted Cuz last week. Like, I guess we just gotta wait because they already have the long term storylines in effect, and Triple H is like, we're not gonna ripple that storyline and shove him in. We're gonna play out these storylines. We're just not
Yeah.
gonna job him. We're not gonna make him lose. We're not gonna make him look bad. We're just gonna get, and then finally, when it is his turn, when they can insert him into a storyline or an arc, then it's going to be like, now everyone's going to be like, we've been wanting this for a long time. And then the place will go crazy. It just depends on where they put him in.
We're 2 weeks away from SummerSlam. Will he have a match at SummerSlam?
I think he's going to he's got to.
I could see him maybe.
guess,
maybe
right?
he gets
Like-
inserted in a triple threat with.
He has to, right?
right,
But I
because
don't
it's
see
Austin
anything
Theory
coming
and,
for him.
Ray or
Yeah, maybe
whoever.
they'll figure out something to get him back in the U.S. title picture or something like that. Because I think if you're going to insert him in a title picture, it's got to be against Austin Theory. I don't.
Unless
he's
he's
not
going to
gonna
feud
beat
with
Gunther.
Sheamus.
Obviously, what's his face? Drew is feuding with Gunther, so it's not going to be Gunther.
Yeah.
It's it's going to be Austin.
Well, I don't
Drew's
know what
on
they're
Raw,
doing with that
so is
the U.S.
Gunther.
title
There's a
thing.
second draft.
Or apparently, you could just put him down to NXT and you can win one of their titles and bring that up.
Hey,
You can do that now.
Triple
so
H
whatever.
did say the draft was going to be
Change the game.
But tonight
this is
was
changing the
Austin
game.
Theory and Santos Escobar, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
And Escobar pinned him. And then next week is Santos Escobar versus Rey Mysterio for the right to fight Austin Theory for the for the
title.
U.S. heavyweight. So why did they just
So
blow
they're building
Santos
drama
and
because again, like they're trying to take somebody that. So I'm assuming that Mysterio's going to lose, and then they're going to go because he has that win over Austin Theory. He should be the favorite, and Austin's probably going to retain, or maybe LA Knight's inserted somehow. I don't, not in the match, but in the
or
outcome.
LA
like,
Knight's
somewhere.
going to be having a match with whoever loses between Ray and Santo Escobar.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Or Sheamus, like I said, since Sheamus was in that 4-way, maybe they're going to have a little.
There's
Yeah.
there's no reason for.
Hey,
Ray to
fella.
lose
all those
now.
words are dumb.
If
Oh,
if,
brother.
if
you get
LA
me
Knight
started,
was
dude.
getting pinned like he was like 3 or 4 months ago, which
Yeah,
was
that's true.
infuriating. Like
Then
then I was like, then I'd be worried right now. But they're purposely not making him lose and get pinned, so
no. Hey, he's
we'll enjoy the ride.
he's the only guy coming out to his entrance song, cutting and immediately getting a promo on everybody. So like they're trying to elevate him. It's just
Well,
maybe they just don't. Maybe
They
they just
don't-
don't
they
quite
don't-
know,
they
or
don't-
And
it's going to be after
and
SummerSlam.
our who is LA Knight is coming out this Tuesday, and so I need him to still have momentum. Before
They
we put
don't-
out that
they
episode.
Wait, what do you mean? Who is
he-
LA
he-
Knight? What is that?
he will
Our
have
episode that we did
momentum.
last
and-
week.
Oh,
Hey, we
sorry.
did it last week, remember?
Our
and
show.
the whole point. The whole point.
I thought it was
is
like
they don't-
documentary. I'm so
But
stupid.
the whole point Ray, is they don't need to hype him.
oh,
Like he's
Speaking
hyped
of documentary, I think
Himself.
the 30th?
Now everything is just a test. That's all I'm saying.
on Sunday, July 30th, Cody Rhodes documentary is coming out on A&E.
That's gonna be good.
It's going to be great because it has BTE and AEW footage in it, and
Yeah.
because I want you to give props to Tony Khan for allowing that footage to be in the documentary,
Who's
unlike
bullshit.
WWE Vince McMahon, Titan Sports.
I'm sure it was in a contract.
throw
I'm
it
sure
to
he
you.
forced Tony Khan legally to do it.
I don't know. he can't handle it.
Fair.
do with this
Fair and consistent. Fair.
Fair and consistent.
Yep, no, he's consistent. If anything.
Vince would never fucking allow an AEW documentary to have WWE footage in it.
We're
Hey,
supposed-
cuz.
Hey,
Oh,
what's
sorry.
up, buddy?
Are you, do you have the notes up?
I have
didn't
the
pull
notes up. You want to talk about some Braun Breaker news? What's happening?
What were you going to say real quick, Jess?
Same thing.
No, I was just asking where the notes were because
Oh.
I forgot where the notes are. So
I have the
I was
notes.
panicking
God
a little
damn it.
bit, and I was like, going to segue, and I was like, I don't know. what
This
fucking
is
next.
unscripted. There's no notes. Edit that.
Yeah, there's no notes. What are you talking about? Let me. close
I'm
this.
sorry. That's not what I meant.
There was no notes when we did Unscripted.
budget for paper.
The false narrative is Cuz would send notes to
But-
everybody
what's
when we
going-
talk about topics.
but
What's
Craig,
going on,
not
Braun
true.
Breaker?
but Craig, we did have a helicopter. We did have that.
Jesus Christ.
You know what else is true, partner?
But
Yeah,
was there
and
Braun Breaker?
Eddie Kingston is still alive. Day 4 of the G1, and he's still alive. So something's going right.
So, yo, we got
There
to
you
cut it
go.
at 10. I got to go start at Domino's after.
Like, we're legitimately surprised that he didn't die.
I gotta give
Yeah.
me some prime energy. I'm sorry.
What,
would go over
is that
if
true,
you shot
Dave?
me
Was there
face,
note
all
about
the way.
Braun? Was there notes about Braun Breaker?
No, just continuing from because we kind of briefly went over it last week. And I was just kind of thinking like of scenarios like maybe like I could see him being like Paul Heyman looking at him like you're my next Roman, you're my next Brock, and
You're my
kind of curious to like maybe who he could start a little faction with because Paul Heyman he's gotta have his factions all the time.
Aren't they supposed to recharge the bloodline too?
That is supposedly there's actually now been
What-
not just
I thought-
Jacob fought too. I think he so actually I'm
Yeah,
glad you brought that up because we
he's
were
in a
going to
little
talk
trouble.
about that. Didn't he
Is
get
he?
like in trouble like for some
Yeah.
type of like skipping out on
No showing
charity
a charity
or something?
event
Yeah.
kind of thing.
So
bitch.
and he
But
and I
then
saw
there's
him-
another one that his youngest son
That
just
makes
started
him the
too.
perfect
Fatu's
heel.
youngest, right?
Rikishi's youngest.
Yeah.
What he said
always
he wrestled somewhere and he said something like, that Jay is my tribal chief or something like that. That's who I'm basically going to side with. But there's probably gonna be a swerve there, right? He's probably gonna join Roman.
You know what? A bloodline split with all the families and these people coming out, that would be kind of cool. I don't know. I mean,
big
Wolfpack
Warriors match
bloodline.
with, like-
There you go. Wolfpack bloodline.
Like-
A big War Games match with Rikishi and the
You say
Usos.
Wolf-
I
Rikishi
became
falls
Paul
to the
Heyman.
top.
Yay, the world champion.
On a
It
truck
just gets
and-
so diluted. There's like a yellow bloodline.
It's like Wolfpack.
They do different colors, like the
It's what
Wolfpack
it is,
and like
yeah.
NWO
Wolfpack.
black and white.
Ding ding
Yeah.
ding ding.
I
ding,
don't
ding.
know.
bloodline gold and black,
I
and then
would
the
probably,
bloodline.
I would tune into that. I mean,
Samoa is not Hawaii. There are two factions.
what?
Fuck.
He over explains it. See, if you're looking at a map, like, and it's like a boring promo. We're
This
not
is my
really
dad.
The same. You know what I
And
mean?
these are my cousins. Okay, so but we're like related, but we weren't cool. Mom was a dick, and
You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Oos. Oos.
they were not
people,
Uzi.
People are like scratching their head, like I don't get it. Have you? I mean, just them trying to explain their family tree. Nobody like what? That's my uncle. That's my
But
cousin.
supposedly
My
also
cousin.
okay.
No, I'm just saying it's my cousin. That's my cousin. 6 more times.
My oos.
That's my oos.
My oos.
Exactly.
So quick.
Wasn't important.
I said a couple weeks ago, I don't think Jay should win. I don't think anyone cares if Jay wins, and it's unrealistic.
We agree with you.
But after last week on I think on Monday Night Raw, like he held his own, and like
they're
there's a
gonna make you
moment of
believe it.
like the dude
That's
is
good.
rising.
Main
He's
event
rising.
I think that's what they.
But
That's what
Craig,
they
that's
need you to
perfect.
think
Main
that
event
going
Jay.
into it.
Yes, I just 100%. If they're doing
That's a
that,
good thing.
then Craig, that's
But I
perfect for the
want to know
story.
his
That's
character
awesome.
more. I really would like
Yes.
that. Like, I mean, I love the Usos together. They're great. They're really like, I mean, am I being like silly by saying they're probably one of the greatest tag teams I've ever seen?
Oh yeah,
No.
they are. They're
No.
easily
Overall,
are.
like, I mean,
Nope.
they're just really good, and they progressed, and like they're.
Yep.
Remember when they
They
came
keep
out as
getting better and
face
better.
painted? Like, and I loved their old entrance too, to be honest, when they were faces. But
When
now
I say
just
ooh, you
them
say
turning
ooh.
heel and like
Yeah.
all that stuff, like they're just they're just such a really solid tag team. But
Yeah.
I want to see them individually like flourish as well.
I missed the old Uso entrance, and they did the big firework pop. And
I know. I
And
did.
they're
It was a cool. It was a cool
I'm on
setup.
top.
Yep.
They're
on
testing
top.
it, right? He's passing because
What?
if he can hold the segment and hold ratings, he's
Oh, yeah.
passing the test.
but Craig, he's still gonna lose.
And that's fine.
No.
Let's do.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially
No,
because
he's
Roman
gonna
just got pinned. If he pinned him in a tag match, there's no effing way
Yeah,
that he's gonna lose.
No, it's not
Jay.
happening yet.
The story's
it's gonna
not
happen. Watch, it's gonna happen.
It'll be
I
dirty,
know, I
Craig.
swear,
by the
yeah,
way.
dude.
It's gonna
the
be a
second they
dirty
say
ending.
it's for one of the titles, then it's like, all right, it's happening. Like,
Yeah.
Did they say
fair
that?
enough.
no, I'm just saying
No.
the second
Oh.
they fucking put that in there, though,
He's like, what? That's how rumors start, Craig. God
that gives
damn
it away. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
I heard it was
just
gonna be
talked
for
about
one of the
them splitting the
titles.
titles. What if it doesn't happen? That was just. If it doesn't happen, we got a safety net. That's what they told me. That's my safety net.
Can we talk about that? I don't know if I want to talk about that, but I kind of do. Mr. Meltzer tried to explain his 5-star matches to his 4.75s. Well, in Japan,
That was kind of
Yeah.
like I said. You're right there. You're right there at the 5-star, but
they
you're
have
not.
better
But you're
story
what?
in the ring, and they don't have repetitive finishes. They don't have repetitive moves, and they tell stories better, and they finish at the proper timing. I was like, that's just your opinion.
I mean,
That's
it's the
just
same
like
thing
your
as the
opinion, man.
Rainmaker. Okada does the disc clothesline. Is that the Rainmaker? The disc clothesline? Or the
Rainmaker,
spinning
Rainmaker,
clothesline?
Rainmaker.
But I mean, like they all do the same moves over and over again. The same moves.
Yeah, they literally. Yeah, and they hit
So
multiple
do you
finishes.
disagree with him a little bit on that? Or?
Didn't Omega and Okada like trade
I
fucking
think
5,000
that-
finishers each?
look, I think that it's always been his opinion.
Mhm.
I think that
That's fine.
what gives the rating system more power than people who actually like the rating system is people who argue with Dave Meltzer in their head. When Meltzer's never come forward and said, my shit's the be and all end all. He's never said that. Meltzer's never
That's
come out
true.
and said, or written about it, or done a podcast saying, my rating system is the begin all end all. He's never said that. People that don't like him have imagined an argument with him, and they
Yeah.
keep propelling that.
Yeah,
they
it's going-
make his
it's
rating
going on right now,
systems
you know?
more. Yes,
Yeah.
I didn't want to be rude, but yes.
But
you
I
guys
did.
do that.
I did
And, like,
find it. I found it interesting that in
You
this
fight with
conversation-
yourselves, and it doesn't mean anything. It's his opinion. It's like
Like-
our
So,
grades
yeah,
on-
Meltzer, get out of my head,
But I
Meltzer,
agree.
Get out of my head.
Drill it out.
But
But in this conversation, we've all discussed prior that Randy Orton has never had a 5-star match. But also, interesting enough, Kurt Angle has never had a rated 5-star match for Meltzer, and I kind of found that a little like
I do
an interesting
think
point.
that's insane. I think that's insane. That
To his
that
standards, it's
Shawn
insane.
Michaels,
If you go by
the
his
Samoa Joe
standards,
stuff in
Michaels
TNA,
against-
really like you couldn't.
Shawn
you
Michaels
couldn't-
against
Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 21 wasn't 5-star bullshit.
Yeah.
Like bullshit. Like
Yeah.
and then the rematch I think the next month was a 5-star bullshit. Like I cried bullshit on all of it. Angle and Samoa Joe, the first one, bullshit.
yeah.
You can call me.
I was going to the Kurt Angle TNA stuff with Samoa Joe. There's no way there's not a 5-star in there.
The thing about the New Japan stuff and Meltzer though is he loves the fact that like a finish, like it's, you want to talk about super long-term booking, but like he has never been pinned to the Rainmaker in 5 years, or you have never used that finisher in 4 years, or he has taken 3 years to like
That's what
overcome
I'm
that thing. He respects that too, and I think that's what goes into a lot of the like those
And that's his
ratings
opinion.
stuff.
And by the way, again, my point is
Nothing
that
wrong with
he's
that.
never come forward and said my opinion's more important than
No,
yours.
and it's great. It's like he's not trying to say
Here's
like
what-
I'm the BN
here's
and all
what
I
he's
know I'm the
done,
shit.
and
He's not.
Here's what
Yeah.
he's done, and people just they either like it or they don't. You know, the core of all this of Dave Meltzer is the fact that he's a historian and that he loves pro wrestling. And I think I always respect that about him.
Yep.
So I never get
I do
mad
like
at Dave
that.
Meltzer. I don't care what he says. He loves pro wrestling like we do. He
But
writes
we can
thousands-
disagree with the ratings all day. I mean,
Yeah,
can
we
do
disagree
that.
with each other. We disagree with each
Yeah.
other, and we've all been wrestling fans for
I disagree with you
97
saying that we
years.
disagree with
And
each
I-
other. What the fuck are you talking about?
Right. Totally. I
We
totally
always
agree with
agree.
you
I
to say right now,
love
but us
Cubs.
disagreeing together.
Asshole.
So like he loves wrestling. He writes thousands of words about wrestling.
He does.
Not every month. Every
Every
week.
week.
Every week he writes
Every
thousands
hour
of
sometimes.
words on pro wrestling and covers MMA. He loves it.
Yeah,
so
MMA.
to me, I'm like, why are you mad
And he
at
still
the guy?
finds time to
Like,
work
who
out,
cares?
Jess. I mean,
And
come
by the
on.
way, he
still-
probably makes more
still
money
hits
than
the gym.
all of us.
And then also
he does.
He's all making
And he
20,000 a
still
year.
hits the gym.
I always check.
He doesn't clean his room.
When
I
I
go to
watch a
McDonald's.
pay-per-view,
I go to McDonald's.
I always check
Oh,
my
I got it.
grades against Meltzer's grades when we do a pay per view before I start, just in case. Like, how fucking off am
He's
I?
got
in
you.
my
See,
head,
he's got you. man.
right.
He's got
But we're always in the general ballpark.
He doesn't got anything.
What?
you.
He doesn't got anything.
No, he's
Like,
got Craig. He's got Craig wrapped around his face.
Yeah.
He's all, you compare him to my ratings?
I
Craig-
basically
Craig's
read
just-
Meltzer and then I give my grade
Oh,
based
oh,
on
oh,
Meltzer.
you're like,
One.
what's happening?
He's all, that's the plan, Craig. He's all, then everyone's going to have
Craig,
5-star
did you
ratings. I'm just
see-
going to get out
Hey,
for everybody.
hey, Craig.
Oh,
What did Meltzer grade Scott Norton and Ice Train on Hog Wild
He's
96?
all, He's all the wrestlers in
three,
Japan.
3 stars.
That's not true at all.
No, like I'm sure there's a
They
better.
have.
You want to live if you
not
want to
right.
get in the mind of Meltzer, a guy that like he would probably give higher ratings to people that feed him info, right? So I think Jericho is a famous one. There's probably a lot more. Like the politics behind what he
I know
does and
Pillman-
how
Pillman
he does
used
what he
to.
does is fucking insane.
Yeah, the people that
I
are
remember-
nice to him, they're gonna get better ratings.
If Vince is
And
nice,
That's
Oh,
that's
if you let me backstage.
unconscious bias at work, whether you like it or not.
They were
It is.
saying
But
that
wait
like
a minute though. No,
AEW
wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Time out.
yeah,
He's
All
not a like.
3-on-1 handicap. Here we go.
You're saying that people that feed him, he probably gives higher star ratings to. Okay, so 2 of them that I'll
Well-
name is Brian Pillman and Chris Jericho. Is Chris Jericho a bad wrestler? No, he's legitimately
he's
giving
great.
you
No.
great wrestling matches. Brian Pillman, is he a great wrestler? Yes.
yeah.
Like, so what are you talking about?
But
How
he
is he
never got a
favoring
5-star.
them? They're
He's all, he never
great
got a 5-star.
wrestlers. Like, what are you doing? Like,
Well,
I think if it's a matter of
if he
having
gave
a
every
star,
time
one
Iron
star,
Mike Sharp
or
went
like-
out
Well,
there,
he's
he was like,
changed.
Iron Mike
Jess.
Sharp
Now
went
he
out
is
Jess,
that way.
Jess, if he gave
Yeah.
Jericho more 5-star matches than Angle, then I would argue he favors Jericho over Angle. I mean, just
If it's a
But I
matter
mean,
of a dud
saying
versus
so
2
by your
stars
point,
because
by
he likes
your
him.
thing, you're saying because Angle doesn't feed him information, that's why.
it's I'm not saying it's deliberate, it's unconscious bias.
But he's given
That's
other
what I'm
people
telling
that
you.
5-star matches.
Yes.
Like I don't know if Brett fed him information or Owen didn't feed him information, and then he gave the cage match.
Well,
at
I always
SummerSlam
used to
94
talk to
fight.
Meltzer.
Yeah,
He used
okay,
to call
by
me
the
all
way-
the time, and then
Okay,
stop.
Jess,
How he talks now.
and I don't have the exact numbers. I caught this on a quick snip, but it's
Oh,
something
man,
like
Dave's
3
coming with
He
TNA
could have
matches.
a hard on for people. He has
Hold
a
on,
hard on for
but
Japan versus
of course,
US.
no,
Like,
he has a hard on
Oh,
for
he does.
Japan.
Well,
This is
he
what
hates
this is the
Hogan.
point. So
I'm not
hold
saying
on,
Hogan deserves
3
5-star matches, but he hates Hogan. He's always hated Hogan.
No. Yeah, that's true. But only like 3 to 4 matches in TNA got 5-star. 9 in WWE. The whole time, there's 29 plus or
Right.
more in
AEW.
New Japan.
And then
No,
AEW is
AEW
just taking over
like
more
double
5-star
WWE
matches than
and
WWF and WCW
AEW already
combined.
has more 5-stars
on,
than WWE all this time. Yeah.
Everybody.
That's,
He didn't like to hear the truth.
yeah, he didn't like that. He didn't like that. He didn't like that. Again, what I'm trying to say, and again, it's negative or positive.
Fuck it out.
But it's unconscious bias, is what I'm trying to say. You can try to be totally down the middle, but you can't tell me that if Angle didn't feed you info versus if he did, he wouldn't have gotten that 4.75 knocked
Yeah.
up to that 5. You
Yeah.
can't tell me that. He has Angle has a ton of 4.75 matches that he's ranked.
Well,
if
you-
Angle
you-
fed him a little info, or if Angle gave him the time of day anywhere, you don't think that he might have bumped that up to a 5?
and-
Unconscious bias. It's all opinion, and it's fine. It's our job to either agree or disagree.
I'm fine. It's the
job to
bellwether
call him
of
out.
wrestling fans to see, like, okay, we don't. It's not fucking gospel. It's just like,
It's
okay, if Meltzer likes it,
but a
but
lot of his subscribers, people that subscribe to it, take it as gospel. They like think that's the rule, the law of the land, brother. I mean that's their opinion too. though.
I've learned to accept that.
That's
That's
everyone's
just like
opinion.
your opinion, man. I mean, I've just learned to accept that.
What's that from again?
Um,
That's your opinion,
It's,
man.
it's the big Lebowski.
Oh yeah,
It's like your opinion, man.
I'm not Lebowski. I'm the dude.
Meltzer was in that movie too.
He said I can have the best. He said I can have the best rug in the
On the
house.
couch.
5-star
Market
movie.
zero,
5-star
Meltzer.
movie.
Market 0. Market
5-star.
8, dude.
I was not over the line.
5-star Bull.
Ah,
And,
it was not
and you know what? I really go back. It goes back further than that. Actually, he's hated Vince forever.
Since
Yes.
Ever
Vince
since
kicked
they
him
got-
out. Vince
I
kicked him
mean,
out of the back.
all the
Show,
stars
like,
align there,
Vince
but
hated
that kind
him.
of tells you.
Vince kicked him out of the locker room. Like, yeah, Vince,
Didn't give him access.
Yeah,
Yeah.
didn't give him access
Oh,
after
he
a
wants to be
while.
back in the
Like,
locker
yeah.
room.
So I mean,
We
he's
can
always
start-
hated Vince from the beginning.
He's all, we could let me back in the locker room. We could start talking about those
Yeah,
5 stars.
And Jess, I say unconscious bias, but you can call that even probably, conscious bias at that.
that one right
For that,
Yeah,
That
he's
kind
he's
of-
straight up never liked Vince ever since the Donahue show, and Vince never liked him. Vince hates him, like from that.
yeah.
I mean-
yeah.
I mean, even like Bill Apter and PWI, he just fucked closed access to Bill Apter and PWI for his own WWE
But
magazine.
Bill
He
Apter-
was he was a ruthless dude.
But
Like,
Bill Apter, he loves watching WWE still, and he still praises it when it
Yeah.
deserves praise. And if there's something he doesn't like, he'll call it out.
I would argue
Cody
that
Rhodes thing.
if Meltzer,
I don't
if
read
Meltzer
Wade
had-
Keller stuff really that much, but I do. I've always liked PW Insider. Like they're pretty good.
Yeah,
Mike
they're pretty
Johnson
good.
and Dave Scher.
But if
Yeah,
but,
they stay
but
pretty
just to
unbiased.
your point on the
Yeah.
Donahue show, if Meltzer had read between the lines, Meltzer would probably be like a 20-year employee at WWE eventually. If you just like don't disagree with me when I talk, and Meltzer would be like, okay,
Yeah,
but you're still gonna feed me info. He's like, yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
then Meltzer, the whole bias would have changed entirely. Meltzer
And,
might
like,
not even gone to Japan. I don't
the
even know.
industry is guilty though too. Vince used him for a while in the beginning.
Sure,
and then
everybody.
Bischoff used him all the time, and every time Bischoff says something bad, Meltzer always goes. It's so weird how Bischoff forgot. Like when he was trying to get WCW off its ass, he'd call me every fucking day. Like and Bischoff never wants to talk about that, but I'm like, y'all use it.
yeah.
Like, which because if the hardcore audience doesn't matter,
It's
why
free
would you ever
press.
feed
It's
anything to
free
them? Like,
press.
yeah.
And Meltzer has to use his own platform to make money off of his press. So it's free. So if
Yeah.
someone like Eric is calling you, you're going to report that, even if you can't divulge who your contact
I mean,
is.
you always got to think of where your opinions come from. Like, how much of this LA Knight stuff is actually organic? Like, we all love it. Everyone we know loves it.
It's
All of our text message of it. We
Carbon
think it's
copy,
organic,
raw.
but is it? Did Meltzer fucking start talking about LA Knight months ago? Like, you never know these seeds that are planted, and that's the public relations
I
part
know
of the game of wrestling and the business.
I think when we all saw the Bray Wyatt match, that's when everybody started to like go, this guy's legit, and then he just kind of
Yeah.
like grasped on. He didn't let go, I don't think.
I guess they like LA Knight. I guess so.
Even though they're
Yeah.
neon.
That's what he does when he doesn't call it or when he's not right on something. He's like, I guess everyone likes LA Knight or something. Like when Brian was like, what do you think about the reactions, LA
What's
Knight?
funny, you
Well, I guess
push
everybody
your
likes
stutter
it.
way
Everyone's
more. You push your
popping
stutter
for it.
way more than he stutters. In
thing,
my
LA Knight.
opinion, I swear to God. I've seen him do full promos without stuttering. You're brutal because you gotta give him a little bit.
You're a fucking monster, cuz.
See, I told you.
Why? Because Dave Meltzer? I'm ruthless on that motherfucker. I mean, I said in the text, I love the historian, like Jess said, the historian wrestling fan in Meltzer. I do appreciate that.
I do believe, like, Dave said something a little bit. I don't remember the exact quote you just said. It's like it's our job to
Paraphrase,
like, kind of agree or disagree or keep him in line. I think it's also his like job, Meltzer's, to keep, when WWE lies about their figures constantly. And he's just like,
He
no,
calls
that's
it
not
out.
fucking true. Like,
That's not
he
accurate.
had
that's I
70,000
think
people, then he had
company should be called
58.
out for
Like,
that.
fuck, like, stop lying.
Sure.
So I've always appreciated Meltzer for that. No, you didn't get a 2.0 buy rate. You got a 1.7. Why are you lying? Like, it's like, I get it. Like, we do. We don't give Meltzer.
It is.
People just want to disagree with him.
Like, I just you're in the minority on that feeling. I agree with you also, but there's a lot of people out there. It's like, why you telling on them? Why you being a snitch? Like, people get mad at that. So, I mean, it puts him in a bad spot.
People accuse Meltzer of lying, but WWE's lying. So if he's going to get
No,
accused of
I
lying,
agree.
he's going to call the big corporation. You're lying. Like,
No,
Seth
I agree
Rollins
with you
all them
100%.
get told by the brass to go on
Yeah.
Twitter and bash Dave Meltzer. He's like, no, you guys lie all the time. Like, what do you mean?
I still
won't
Meltzer
makes stuff up. You do too.
I won't.
Like,
I won't subscribe to him and I won't listen to him because I feel like he should decipher the bullshit and he should put some protection around it. But his opinion is his opinion. I'm not gonna.
But what do you want
but
though?
I can
Like,
disagree
so
with
you
it.
want Dave Meltzer to legitly just get on and go,
Why?
hi,
Why are you?
Monday
why are
Night
you,
Raw
why are you
happened
fighting
last
with
night.
me?
Well, because like I don't know what you want Meltzer to do. Like, if he's opinionated, you don't think he should be opinionated. I don't know why.
You told
We're
me to stop.
opinionated.
No,
like,
you told me to stop following.
well, because he makes you
Meltzer years
upset.
ago, and
Because he
I
makes
did.
you upset. I told you to stop following because he makes you upset. So don't follow him.
Well, yeah, and I'm not upset anymore. We all solved this
Yeah.
problem. I don't know.
But
why
I'm
you're
just
yelling
saying,
at
like
me
you,
right now.
like, why are people so mad at him for like their opinion? Our
Oh, well,
opinion.
other
of
people
him
are mad
is
at him.
something,
Sure.
like,
I mean,
yeah.
what I would say is the problem with Meltzer, and it's not even a Meltzer problem.
But
It's a wrestling problem.
maybe I'm not focusing on you. What do you want him to be? And I don't mean you as in Dave, but I mean in general. What do you want him to be?
Yeah.
So people
mean,
are like,
it-
he's
it-
so opinionated. He doesn't just report the news. So here's what they want from Meltzer. Ready? Here we go.
Sure.
Hello, everyone. It's Tuesday. Raw was last night in an arena. People were there. They had matches. Goodbye. That's
Fair
what
enough.
they want?
Yeah.
No, like that's not going to happen.
That's not
Like,
what they want.
So when you say
he has
just
to cut
report
that
the
line.
news,
I
what
wish-
do you mean report the news? What do you mean?
I mean, and he might
Not
already
you,
do
Dave
this 'cause
Butterfield. I mean in general.
No,
the people
you
that
do.
are against
I-
Meltzer,
what do you mean,
what
Dave?
want from
100%.
him? Like,
I'm trying to respond to the general you. And
Yeah.
the one thing I would say, and he might already do this on this podcast because I don't listen, because I was told like if it makes you mad, don't listen. I don't listen. And I said the one thing he might be able to do is say, hey, this is a source. It might not be the most, but hey, and here's the juice. And then maybe he puts something around
That's a
it.
good
Again,
point.
most people may not care.
I said that before. He should
but-
do that.
that's a good point, actually. That's a good point.
That's the only thing that I would try to say. Like, this is my source, not the best. This is what I'm hearing, but then they can dish all they want, and they can go downtown. Downtown. Hey, down. Craig, sorry. But that I guess is my only. I don't even want to say it's a beef. It's just
You
my
know what?
suggestion.
And I don't listen to
But
him every
maybe-
day or anything, but when I listen to him, I don't really hear him trying to push his opinion on people as fact. I don't. Like, I see people taking snippets of him and putting it in print on Twitter, and then I'm like,
And
you
that's
just took
how
the
you
snippet
get
that
and that's how
wanted,
you get
like,
clicks.
to-
That's
yeah.
how you get clicks, as Craig would say.
You want to?
Yeah.
I honestly see Meltzer as in a world of really shitty takes and really shitty like dirt sheets. At least if you're gonna kind of believe somebody or attempt to believe somebody without the bias of whatever's being told, I will
He's
take
the guy.
maybe Meltzer's opinion and WON
Meltzer and Alvarez.
over everyone else,
Yeah,
just
the
because
easy-
they
Would
are
you
at
say
the
not?
the
Would you
top.
say? Would you say not even Alvarez at that point?
I don't listen
You
to
know what,
Meltzer,
though?
so I only see some tweets,
I
and I
wouldn't go
only like look
that
at. I respect his ratings as a general guideline of stuff. So
Again, it's
I don't know what Cuz
opinion.
thinks about that. Him being like the top of
maybe
dirt
Meltzer
sheets
himself.
and most.
I wouldn't really say everyone in the WON because some of them I've seen before are in the belief that you should believe them and not when WWE actually gives a receipt for a rumor that they're spreading that they say is true. When WWE releases something, believe the corporate machine then. What the difference is the guys that actually provided a receipt versus you guys that are just saying shit? No. Not Dave Meltzer. I'm not saying Meltzer said that, but there are a couple of his underlings.
Yeah. But do you hold Dave Meltzer in higher regard than like
that's their attitude.
the everything, every dirt sheet under him? Like, do you think of him as
I
a
like
godfather
PWI
of
too.
like?
I like PW or Wrestling Torch, Wade Keller. I like. I would
I
use
haven't read
him
his
too
stuff in a while.
because he's really unbiased. Or he seems.
I haven't
more.
read his stuff in a while, but I know that like
I like his podcast.
a
I'll
lot of
listen to
people
his
still
podcast.
like him. Yeah.
I'll listen to the reviews. He kind of like he'll give his opinion, but he won't like it's just constructive criticism, brother.
And I want to say last week I listened to a clip from Brian Alvarez, and like to his credit, like he was reviewing Money in the Bank. And at the end of it, Craig or not Craig or is it Craig? I think he has a funny guy named Craig that is on there, and then a couple other people, Mike,
too.
And then one of them just goes like, "When's the last time WWE's had a bad pay-per-view?" And Brian Alvarez said, "I don't remember." Like, so they're
being honest because
they want to like WWE. It's just that I think that the whole deep-rooted thing with Meltzer and Vince all these years still carries over.
A lot of,
but then do you know what I remember?
It's interesting right now.
A lot of fans. This pay-per-view.
Most recently, do you remember the Saudi their purchase deal with Endeavor? You never heard Endeavor, but like everybody on that one weekend and that one night was talking about Saudi's going to buy him. Saudi's going to buy him. I have my sources, and that shit must have been leaked top down all over to just at least take like a bellwether from it. So because no one ever said Endeavor except by the way for Bischoff. Bischoff was the one that said Endeavor's going to buy them.
Oh,
Endeavor.
But it's like I always remember that, and ever since then I was like, remember your sources and who they're getting their shit from.
He had no proof. The helicopter that flew above.
But he had no proof, right? He was just like deducing. Wasn't he? He was like,
he was just like in the business side of it. It makes sense for Endeavor to buy.
I disagree with that. I think that Bischoff 100% knew.
You think he knew? Yeah.
Oh yeah, he had
Bruce Pritchard knew. They all talked to each other. Conrad knows way more than he lets up. Conrad
that makes sense.
Conrad knows tons of shit. That bullshit. Like
the Bischoff thing was super early on, and though
somebody leaked their NDAs getting sued right now. What? Those NDAs
Bruce
are
Pritchard told JBL, who told Eric Bischoff, and then Bischoff's like, I think Endeavor. I'm like, you knew Endeavor was in the ring. You knew Bischoff knows way more shit.
He's gonna go.
By the way, because the reason why is on his podcast every week, Bischoff's like, I'm not even in the business anymore. I'm like, you are. Like, shut up. Stop.
I know.
You
know
be
doing this podcast. You're in the. You know,
just like Russo.
And to your point, these pods have tentacles, right? They all talk to each other. Yeah,
just like Russo.
Yeah.
And they're all connected through Conrad. Quite frankly, now we got Kevin Sullivan, so we're gonna get a ton of great stuff. I'm sorry.
Benoit.
I was following Benoit home. I mean,
Wait, Chris was with my ex-wife. I knew there was gonna be.
Oh my God! How did anyone listen to Sullivan's podcast?
No,
because it's only on the ad-free show. Like
I follow Benoit.
Oh well, no one's gonna fucking do that. Okay, great.
Yeah.
So
you gotta buy.
What is it on?
His ad-free platform?
ad-free shows or whatever. Yeah, it's on the ad-free platform. It's not, I don't think it's
Top Guy
on there.
Is it still on Fight? Do you still have it on Fight or whatever it is? Or
I barely want to listen to him for free. I'm not going to fucking pay for that piece of shit.
I'm not going to pay for him. Like
when I slammed the door at his head.
Me and Jess were in LA, and he walked past us while we were watching the Great Minute. We're like, "Oh, it's Kevin Sullivan. Buddha, will you sign these for us?" Like
we just walked right by him. I'm like, I don't give a shit about Kevin Sullivan. I know. He's a good booker. I know.
He looks super thin.
He looked like a goddamn Oompa Loompa when he walked by. I swear to God.
Listen,
whoa!
It's my opinion that I don't like Kevin Sullivan. It's really irrational. I've never liked him.
Well, just no disrespect to you, but like David Meltzer really respects him, so I respect Kevin Sullivan.
All of his matches 5 star.
Yeah, I bet you do, fucking Craig.
Kevin Sullivan, Evad Sullivan 5 star.
This is a lot of like dirt sheet talk. It's more than I'm accustomed.
Yeah, I know, and I hate it, and I love it at the same time.
It's Meltzer's fault.
Did you all see Bray Wyatt actually
It is
advertised the new WWE?
Oh man,
on his social
I've been playing WWE 2K23 since I've been off, man.
That's
know if I'm gonna come back.
but it sounds like it doesn't match his body. Like when he talks, like it's just like he's like an old man. He's like, hey, you guys like video games? Like it's just a freaking old man.
Video
And then you
games.
see him, you're like,
You
oh,
guys like video
you know?
games?
This has really
Oh, wow,
helped
you
my
guys like-
mental state.
you guys like ice cream?
He's like, I'm gonna win the title when I come back, right, Hunter? He's like, well, actually, we're thinking about. He's like, I don't know, I'm not feeling well, Hunter. He's like, well, we're gonna put
my
you in something with
finger's
LA Knight. Oh, I'm not feeling well. I think I'm gonna.
I
Have to
swear
go.
I swear to God, you're gonna be like,
My
my
finger's
horse is
sick, look.
sick.
And it's fingers crooked.
My horse.
Look at
Where
my
does my
fingers,
horse's
Hunter.
sick
I just
come
pulled it out
from?
from behind your
Fingers are
ear. It was detached from my hand.
It's okay. They missed it. It's fine. They missed it. What?
A little magic trick.
Yeah. That. Hey, that's about enough break for
Behind
me.
your ear, my finger.
Well, Dave, look behind your ear.
Got your nose.
He's got your nose.
I got deep faked by a Randy Orton return this week too. I was like, is Randy Orton really returning? And I
Yeah. So
realized
yeah, what was that?
Wait, was that? It was a deep fake.
Dave texted the group and said, "Randy will return." I didn't see this. Anyone know? Question mark. Question mark.
Because I only get the hour-and-a-half version of Raw. I'm like, why would that not be on there? Because I don't pay for cable. Because fuck you, cable companies. Fuck your face.
No.
So yeah, exactly. They can take that right up
Down
the
with the
ass.
machine,
I won't pay.
Dave.
I will not. I will not pay. But I was watching.
But
the
who
Hulu
told you
version,
he
and then
returned?
I caught it on an Insta snip and
Dave Meltzer.
the ring general was in the ring after he beat Matt Riddle.
He's like,
And
Randy
then
return.
And they totally edited it to Orton on another comeback. But when I listened to the feedback, it was Michael Cole talking about back where he belongs. I'm like, Michael Cole's not on Raw. It was a total deep fake. They edited it really well.
See.
If they had changed the audio with the commentators, I'm like, you would have got me, but you didn't get me. Well, you got me for like a minute, and then I was like, that's not right.
But is he great?
But there's a lot of speculation that he's trying to come back, but his pops is also playing the whole shoot work. Well, the doctors say no, but if
Yeah.
he wants to,
He
he
did say that,
will.
yep.
I was like,
Okay.
I feel like, and because you said there's already a new version of his theme music
Theme song
that's
out.
out,
Yep.
Last week.
so it's probably due to happen. He's probably gonna.
It'll
come
be
back. We'll
Rumble.
see.
It'll be Rumble. They won't. He's gonna take his time.
I think he's one of the
Ru-
greats. He is one of the
not
greats.
even.
Orton?
It'll be
Orton,
Rumble
yep.
with a build to
He might be
Mania.
back at SummerSlam, maybe.
Yeah.
Big E apparently was in
Big E was looking
backstage
good, huh?
Oh, big.
in SmackDown.
Big E was backstage. Cardona was backstage on Raw
That's
as
right.
well. There's a lot of
That's
shit going on.
interesting. That is
very
fucking
interesting.
Now, him and his wife did a talk show or a podcast. They did Sam podcast, and he said that I wasn't like. He's like, I was snuck in the back. I don't have any ties. Like he's like, but if my phone rings tomorrow, well, of course I'll entertain it. But
Yep.
he pretty much cleared up the rumor that he's not coming back. It's not.
No.
All right.
He's like, I love being
Could
the
be.
internet king and the hardcore god or whatever.
He's the
calls
indie
himself.
taker. The indie taker.
Way to
Yeah,
fuck
love
up the
it. He
hype on the
fucking-
podcast, Jess. God damn it.
Huh?
I'm sorry. What?
I don't. What did you say? I don't know. What you said.
I said way to fuck up the hype on the podcast.
What?
Way to just like fucking push.
No,
it
there, I mean, no. I think what
No,
Jess
I'm-
is saying
I'm
is
Dave
like
Meltzer.
he has even if he did sign a deal, there's no way he's going to
Matt
admit
Cardona.
it. So like, there's nothing
No.
Cardona could say.
No,
I would
Matt-
love to see Cardona.
Oh, Matt Cardona
Show up.
That's not true what he said.
But he
He's out.
did. He
that's
did
not
like
true.
the
None of it's
Rider
true. I don't
Taker.
know.
What was it? Cuz Rider Taker over the weekend.
The indie
Yeah.
taker. He's the
Indie Taker.
He needs to feud with Blue Cane. No excuse.
Oh. Blue Cane. You heard about that, right? How they
Yeah.
Got pulled down.
his account got pulled down and he
What?
he
He's done.
put Blue K and then an asterisk over the A and then NE
Wow.
like to censor it.
What the hell?
Mm.
Bullshit.
Lawyers be lawyering.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. God, it's so stupid.
Hey,
Piece of
hey,
shit.
He didn't
Mi-
say that's what it was, but that's
Michael,
course.
the who's the head of Disney? Michael is it Iger? What's his name?
Bob Iger.
Is he still?
Bob
Oh,
Iger sued
Dave
a guy
Meltzer.
because he sued a guy because he had
Dave
the
Meltzer.
same acronyms in his last name. So yeah,
What?
lawyers
Yeah,
be lawyers.
That's serious shit, Dave. I don't know if you know that.
It was
Yeah,
it was a guy named, it was
no
a guy like
acronyms.
not acronyms. I'm
Like
sorry, he had the name, same
We don't-
same
yeah.
consonants, not same vowels, but like same consonants or some bullshit in
Ah.
his name.
Wow.
So it was like Eigner versus Einor
Wow.
or some bullshit, and it was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna sue you because your name is too similar to mine because I have billions of dollars and I can do that. So yeah, lawyers be lawyering. Yeah, it happens all the time.
Happens all the fucking
Like, why would you fuck with Blue Cane? He's just an indie guy making $500
Why?
a night
It's
and has a
fucking
similar
trying,
fucking
right?
blue thing and a mask.
So dumb.
And his music is just a blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
Well, maybe
See
they're the ones that got him.
the
It's
clip I sent you guys when he was facing the guy in the mask with a mustache on the outside of the mask.
Oh yeah,
And then Blue Cane kept sitting up. He was trying to lay him down, like because
Yeah,
he
that
didn't want him
shit was
to sit
fucking funny.
up. So fucking funny.
Blue Cane.
Man, if I was Eddie's family, I'd be suing for Latino World Order and using his theme music. But I own everything. Like
I'm not
but
suggesting that it plays well on the big screen, but it made me when I first saw Orange Cassidy, it was someone trying to rock him to sleep, and it was still the funniest fucking clip I've ever seen. It was
Oh,
an
yeah.
indie show where it belongs. Like I'm not saying it belongs on national television, but there's an indie. He was trying to rock him to sleep and then pin him, and he's telling the audience to be quiet. He's like shh, and the whole audience was quiet, and the ref was counting light, and then Orange Cassidy still kicked out, and everyone's all, oh. But they were
Yeah.
like whispering, like screaming, and like it's so fucking funny. Like
It's
I'm
good.
like, that's the best. It's a good indie show, right? It belongs to
Yeah.
the show. I'm just saying.
That's where it belongs, buddy.
I feel like
It's a
Blue Cane's
circus.
funny. We'll see.
Oh
Blue
yeah, I
Cane
love
on
Blue.
AEW
Yeah,
next week.
it's Blue Cane's fucking funny, and now they
no,
have.
maybe Trips will bring him in. Blue Cane.
We don't like that.
Good.
You
It's
look
funny.
just like
You see
something else.
You see it's Glenn
I'm
Jacobs
gonna get you,
under the
Blue
whole
Cane.
time.
You remind me of someone. I'll figure it out. I don't know.
I
I'm
think
gonna
Glenn Jacobs
run-
still is in better shape than Blue
Glenn
Cane.
Jacobs is now running as Blue Cane for the next campaign in fucking
So funny.
for governor.
Fucking SummerSlam, Blue Cane. Glenn Jacobs comes back as Blue Cane. And like, what?
That would be.
WWE is taking out copyright on Blue Cane.
Oh man. Then they have him come back as Red Cane for no reason. The fucking Blue Cane guy.
Is there a constitutional issue with wrestling versus politics? I mean, that sounds bad. I mean, sorry, I got too far. Like wrestling and
What does that
politics
have to do with Blue
shouldn't
Cane, buddy?
mix.
Wrestling is politics.
Because Glenn Jacobs
they have
is
their
gonna
own.
run for
They have.
Glenn Jacobs is going to be Blue Cane. He's
It's
going
all
to run
just
for
everything's just smoke and
mayor
mirrors
again.
and perception. Like wrestling is politics. It's great. That's why it's so good.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's just manipulated real life.
not good as the.
I
backstage
was just
politics
being
going on over
stupid.
there.
I didn't think we were going to talk about it this long. Sorry. Just
I
being-
didn't even think about that until you said that right now, and I'm like, holy shit, red and blue, fuck, damn it.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Ooh, see, you put it in everyone's head now. We're all just thinking about
Yeah.
wrestling, brother.
Oh, that's why I do. That's why I do.
Oh, yeah, that's why I do.
Yeah.
And that's what I-
the red and blue
You
cane
can
come down
grow,
there,
I
stars
grow,
on his
I'm not
mask
asking
and
about
shit.
I grow.
Not WWE.
Blue Cane wants to give everyone $1,000 a month, salary free.
Fuck that guy.
No, he doesn't. No, he
keep
doesn't.
Red Cane wants
Cane
to
only
open
wants
carrying
the top
library.
Thousands of
100%.
pounds, brother. 'Cause that's where he's from, right? He's from the UK. Blue Cane?
Who?
Blue
Is he?
Cane?
I didn't know that. Is he
Yeah.
really?
No,
That's where
he's
all
not from
his
England.
most of his matches are in like.
What'd you say, Craig? He's not me.
What?
They said no, he's not me. Craig.
No, he's not from the
Craig
UK.
is-
He's trying to throw us
Craig-
off the scent. I'm like, wait a minute, Craig. How come I never see you and Blue
He's
Cane?
at a-
Craig,
Yeah.
I've never seen you and Blue Cane together,
Yeah,
Craig.
What's up? Oh, you're saying Blue Cane is British? Like
Yeah,
UK?
That's what. Yeah.
That's
I thought you
fucking
said no,
funny.
it's not me. I was like, wait a minute. We haven't seen Craig and Blue Cane.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, he's.
Craig's like, hold on, let me get to a phone booth really quick.
My sister, Kathy Rick, was burned to death. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god!
On Triple H.
That took a while.
I caught it right away. I was
Oh, what-
sold, Craig.
That's isn't that the lore behind Blue Cane? He drowned his parents instead of burned them alive.
Oh no, for real? That's perfect. That's fucking awesome.
That's
great.
awesome.
Why
I was
would you
all in
wanna
on the
sue
joke.
that?
Speaking of all
Fuck.
in,
Just let it go.
because do you have an issue with all in? What's the problem with your missing all in on milk carton? What are you talking? What are you,
I haven't seen the build for it. I'm
you
just
don't
wondering
need
if
it.
anyone-
Where's it at? Where,
I mean, I
where's the
guess if
venue
you've
in?
already sold the tickets for sure, but
Yeah.
Where's the venue at?
I guess
It's
you
like
had
the venue-
70,000
biggest
people
pay-per-view
waiting for fucking
year, or one of-
Where's the
starting
venue at?
now? Or
Should we-
maybe not. Have they announced any matches yet or no?
No, I don't know.
I don't know. I
Nothing
really
coming
don't
out of
know.
Blood and Guts.
Again,
Nothing.
the simple question is, where's the venue? Cuz
Wembley.
how many tickets they sold?
70,000
We'll
plus.
see when it
Shut
actually
the
happens.
fuck
but
up. It'll be
70,000.
fine. Shut the fuck up.
No,
That's
no,
all-
because
that's
if it was
all
WrestleMania going in and there was no
But-
build, we'd all be fucking. What the fuck?
Jesus Christ!
He's right.
We still need to have
He's
some-
right.
Sure.
I need to be
Yeah, he's
interested.
right.
No.
I
All
need
you
to
have
be
to
interested
do.
in it.
All you have to do is say all in. 70,000 people will be there.
No,
Watch.
but what the fuck
Don't
did they
care.
buy it for? Like,
Yeah,
why are
exactly.
we a
Don't
couple
care.
weeks away?
I don't care.
And
Yeah.
don't know
I gotta
anything.
think that they're building. I think the main event's got to be. Well, I don't know. They might
Doesn't
make
matter.
something different. Than the main event.
They
I
bought
think
I don't
the
think
world
it can be
title
Cole,
match has
right?
got to be Cole against MJF. It's got to
Really?
be.
But
I don't
God,
think they'll burn it that
they haven't
quickly.
pulled that trigger yet. So
Hey, Craig, have you
started
seen
to.
have you seen 100 million people
well,
watch
yeah,
a boxing
yeah,
match
the
for a
holding of the
one-round
belt
knockout? It
from Cole.
happens. It happens.
Which is weird. I think they're doing
Doesn't
things
matter.
to throw you off. I believe
I
that
don't think they'll
Cole's
break
going to
them up
turn
yet.
heel and MJF is going to turn face.
That
But when I saw MJF react the way he reacted, I was like, God damn it! Like, don't turn him heel again. Like we've all seen that.
You know what? I think it doesn't matter because they already sold fucking 75,000 seats.
But
I don't
regardless
give
of
a shit
that,
about it.
regardless
It's
of that
I don't
pay
give a
per view,
fuck.
I mean, just yeah.
I'm just gonna order it just to look at the crowd.
I'm not gonna buy it.
Oh, they
I'm not
do
gonna
is
buy
the
it.
crowd, they have no
I'm not
attitude.
gonna. That's my point.
That's
Cuz
all they do.
I'm not gonna buy it.
Well, I want
I'm
to,
not
but
fucking.
I don't
not
have any reason
fucking,
to right now.
I'm not spending $60 to fucking buy it. I don't care what the storyline is. I don't care what they fucking sold, but they're gonna make a lot of money.
You
I think
won't
it's
pull
fine.
that trigger on $50
and
until
then,
you know
and then
you're
next
buying.
year when they do it and people realize there's no build, they're not gonna fucking do it. They're not gonna buy
I'll
the ticket.
guess what, Craig? I'll know what the card is, and I still won't buy it.
That's actually very true.
Well, that's like
Yeah.
your opinion,
Fucking the
man.
point I'm trying to make to you.
It's
AEW. You're gonna buy it or you're not, and you sold 75,000 seats. What are we talking about?
It's fair.
What do you want to really talk about?
It's
This is
fair.
not fair.
Well,
Yeah, I mean-
Either you're an AEW fan or
Okay.
you're not.
what's going to
Okay,
sell out
so-
a stadium
Still don't care
that
about it.
Wait a
rivals?
minute, though. Hang on.
Do you
You're
really
talking-
hate buy AEW fucking pay-per-views? Or do you
No,
like
if there's
them?
if I'm interested in it, I want to buy it. I was interested in Forbidden Door 2, and I bought it.
So
And it's not then you're
Yeah.
buying it because you want to buy it. I don't understand. Someone has
Because
to
then right
explain
after that is All Out for anher $60. 2 weeks
Oh
later,
my
or a
god,
week
buy
later,
it
right?
again. Are you gonna buy it again?
No.
What the fuck?
There's
we
nothing to
talking
fucking. I'm not interested in it right now.
about? Okay,
But go ahead, Jess.
okay.
What were you gonna say, buddy?
Okay.
it's two different things, though. Like the fact that they sold 75,000 tickets is great,
Yes.
but they also want people to. If it's now that it's been announced that it's on pay per view, they obviously want to sell pay per view buys. So
Yeah.
It's
it would
so
behoove-
it's so splintered and split between those fans and these fans. They're gonna buy it. They're gonna fucking. They're gonna
well,
get the
Corey's
buy.
gonna
You want
buy
a
it, but why
success on
it would
both
behoove
ends.
you to try to get
I
casuals
do.
to buy it. Like
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
I hate to be that guy. I'm gonna be that guy. I pay.
You're
I
a guy
pay-
that doesn't buy any AEW.
What the?
yeah,
All three of us have bought based on what they're trying to sell to us. So I can
and
understand your
you're
point
all
of view.
fucking trolls. I pay $6 a month and I get great entertainment plus other fantastic peacock.
But see, that's why I don't
Content.
care if
We
WWE
won't
has
pull
no
the
story going to
trigger.
the pay per view. I'm only paying $5 a month for it. So
I'm not paying $50
And I get the whole
I won't
catalog.
I won't do it. AEW, get a streaming channel. Get with the fucking now.
They will.
Or
They're
go fuck
gonna have
yourself.
something.
No,
it doesn't
Hey,
change the
actually,
fact that
Dave-
there's still no build for it.
Dave
It
makes
doesn't
a
matter
good
whether
point,
you don't
actually.
care or
So
not.
They're
if you
not
think
gonna
gonna
about it-
buy it unless you're that hardcore AEW. I am not. They will get the same buys they always get. This is the same bullshit. Jess is gonna talk
Well, then
about
that's a
this
stupid
right
strategy,
now. It doesn't fuck. Get the streaming service. Work it out, or I won't fucking watch. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? If you're gonna fucking pay $50,
Oh,
that's
what are you,
your
a mob
fucking
boss
problem.
now?
I don't
Is that
care.
what I'm
I don't
fucking
care
trying
what
to
the
tell
fuck you do, man. What I'm trying to tell you is, if you want to waste your fucking $50, do it. I'd rather go get a nice meal than fucking
I
watch
feel
AEW for $50. You
So I'm a-
give me $6
now
a
that I've-
month, I'll fucking purchase it and I'll watch
Now that I've
every
thought about
fucking
it
match.
for a minute, now that I've thought about it for a minute, so we're debating the three of us. Let's not include Dave right now because he said his point.
I'm gonna get a drink if that's
like I-
cool. That's
I
what
feel like I
that's
should
what I
be-
wanted to
Yeah,
do.
no. What I mean is like we're going
I feel like I
to,
should be
we
touched
are
when I
going
try
to
get my
get
legs
it
broken right now
because
by Dave.
no matter what the build is, I want to see what an AEW, what a non WWE event looks like with 75,000 people. Even though it's
Yeah.
going to look the same, I still want to see what they do with 75,000 people. So Dave makes a good point that like the attraction is you're not going to, if you want to get it, you're going to get it. If like I'm going to get it, and I'll tell you why I'm going to get it. I don't know any matches, but I want to see what the crowd looks like. I want to see what AEW does in front of 75,000 people. How does Tony Khan service his audience?
That is an interest.
I'm just telling you my point of view.
No, that's
what
for sure.
I'm going to do.
I wanted to. I'd rather get that before.
Now the
Buy
other
All Out
one,
after.
All Out,
Yep.
the All Out. If they did this bullshit hype job or lack of hype job with All Out, I would not buy All Out
Well,
because I've seen it.
All Out's only 2 weeks after that. There's no
Right.
way.
I'm gonna get.
That's what I'm saying. Unless they have a super like enticing like card for All Out to
Yeah,
follow All
They
In,
have to.
I will not buy it because I've already seen a venue with
No.
16,000 people in it.
They'll
before,
have Stone
you know what I
Cold.
mean?
and
Like
they have Stone Cold and
yeah.
The Rock at all.
I
Out,
will
like
get
main
I
event.
will get All In
I'm not
because I
getting it.
want to see. I will get All In because I want to see what.
No,
what
for sure.
Tony
I
Khan
do too.
does
As a
for
hardcore
for
wrestling fan.
75,000 fans.
But if I'm
But yeah,
a casual, I don't want to
If
get
it was
it.
in a normal,
think-
let's say
There's no build. I still
I
think
don't.
Let's
You have to
say if
hold
the
him to the
build's
fire
the
on
same
that.
right now. Let's say if the venue was in England, but the O2 Arena, right?
Yeah.
Where WWE just was.
Oh yeah, then I
Um,
really wouldn't care.
I wouldn't care because they're not enticing me. I've seen WWE sell out that arena, so I don't give a shit. Like whatever. But I do want to see what they do in front of 80 or
Yes.
70,000 people, 75, whatever.
And I want to see if
like
they
you know
actually did.
that. So I guess Dave's right. Dave is right. Like to a certain extent, you're gonna buy All In because you want to
For
see
sure.
what the mass.
I
looks
do
like,
want to
right?
see that. But
Yeah.
But the
But if it was
math
a
is
But you
not
still
based.
have to. You got to still hold them to the fire. We would hold if WrestleMania was barely billing it 1 week before it. I'd be pissed. I would be pissed.
No,
I agree.
I'd be like, this.
I agree. Well, they have done that
They're
with past
still-
WrestleManias.
they are still
Oh,
on
yeah.
the old pay-per-view
But I was
system.
pissed.
They're
And
not,
you know,
they're
to
not
Dave's
on the
point, we
premium
still got
live
it.
event
We still got
system, right?
WrestleMania.
So it's not based on they're going to buy it anyway because it's a decision to make $50 or not make $50.
This is their WrestleMania, though.
So-
this is their WrestleMania right here.
Right.
So it's
That's all
not
we
a
have,
decision that says like I'm going to buy it regardless when you're putting $50 on the line as a opposed to Peacock. I
Yeah,
think
exactly.
it is a different
It's easier
like,
to be like, I don't care if there's a bill on
choice.
WWE
Like I'm
every
not
week.
going to
I'm
get
paying
it. Like
$5.
if I can't find anyone to get it, and if it's MJF and Adam Cole versus Private Party, I'm not gonna get it.
Yeah. Oh God.
So
I'm still gonna-
because it
I'm
might
gonna
be a
get it.
tag main. Like I don't see them Cole versus MJF.
I'm going to get
if it's
it
not
because
Kenny
I
and
want to see what
Ospreay.
it looks like. But Dave
Well, 'cause
makes
I
a
wanna
good
watch
point. He's
wrestling.
like, get
I don't
with the
care. I wanna
fucking
watch wrestling.
times, stream the service, and maybe I'll get AEW
Yeah,
streaming.
that's for sure. They need to do
$5 a month or whatever.
Yeah.
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 But
That's a good point.
Is Dave
still hold
dead?
him to the fire for not having a bill.
No,
And
I believe he's secretly listening and smiling right now because we're agreeing with him, or I'm
Yeah.
agreeing
Yeah.
with him at least. So like he's smiling right now, laughing. It's fine. It's Dave
he's
dead.
just-
But cuz
He's a mob boss.
you have to apologize, and let me tell you why.
Oh,
This whole time you've been
Dude,
complaining that AEW is WWE light, it's WWE light, it's
Ah.
WWE light. This last Dynamite you watched, right?
oh yeah, blood and guts.
Okay. That was sports entertainment. I don't know if he just hired a WWE writer
I'm telling you.
before Wednesday, but
Sports
you
entertainment.
have to apologize because you the whole time were saying that it was WWE light. No. Wednesday was WWE light.
Mhm.
Wednesday was awful. Like Wednesday was wow. Like I mean the match. I love the blood and guts match. It was fun.
Wow.
Wow. The
That's what I think about every time now.
Oh wow.
You kept
Don't
accusing
tell me
them this
you don't
whole
have
time
two
of
more
being
reps than
WWE
you.
light. You were actually shown what WWE light looks like this past
On Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I
That
told
was
you.
WWE light. Like
Vince is in charge of it now.
he must have.
And
I
the
swear
dirt
to
sheets
God,
say
like somebody.
Vince is in charge
I
of
swear
creative.
to God,
They mean
man,
AEW.
like,
Hey, to
I
be
swear
fair,
to
I've
God,
always said
this-
it was WWE light, except the only difference is blood and violence and cussing.
but the difference that you were mad
gonna
about was
say-
like
I'm
you
gonna
would
say
get
judgmental as
Orange
Craig.
Cassidy in there or
for sure.
Danhausen or whatever. And but the difference was is at least they were always
Craig,
doing
fuck
it in the
these
ring.
guys.
This last Wednesday on Dynamite was vignettes. It was a shark dancing around. It was a dinner sketch with Adam Cole and MJF.
That
it was
whole
a dance
show.
off. It was.
I
Crazy.
saw there
Every-
was dancing. There was dance off.
I've never
That's all.
seen like I
Well-
watched this whole Wednesday and I was like, he's noticeably doing this, right? Like I'm thinking maybe they're going to split the shows. I think that Dynamite is going to be their sports entertainment show.
they're great.
Rampage is going to be like their dark, and then Collision is going to be their actual wrestling show. That's what I think they're trying to do. I'm telling you, I swear to God, Tony Khan hired a writer
was-
from WWE.
Hey,
like,
it's
last
just
week.
because it was
Like,
all condensed in one episode, like every segment. It's happened throughout the like. Did we not see pies getting thrown in face and horrible?
It was-
we
it
still
was
see
vague.
it. We still have seen,
but
it
not
a lot
nearly as
through-
much, and not
Not
with
as
the-
much
not
as
with the-
Wednesday, though. No,
Not with
you're
the corniness soap opera that you saw. Wednesday was noticeably different. Wednesday was
I'm
like,
telling
whoa. Like it's I swear to you, he hired someone on Tuesday from WWE and said, "Can you come and write Dynamite for me?" Like
I've always said that they're gonna if they have two choices, they can either go the road of Impact and keep doing the same shit they're gonna do, or they want to grow, they got to go the road of WWE. That's what they're gonna do. Especially if that's
Well,
legit.
what was
though,
it? What
that
was
list that
Impact
they
though?
released.
Impact was what? Defiant?
No, I'm just saying like where they're only getting 100,000 people a week now. Or
Well, that's what I
whatever.
mean. To me, Impact was WWE light. They were
I'm not saying
trying
that there's
to
anything
do-
wrong with that. I'm just saying if
You know what
they
I mean?
want to be on TNT at a high level at all times, they're gonna have to, go. They're
Yeah,
gonna
they're gonna
take
have to give
some-
in to
some
sponsors and
steps from
stuff, and they're
WWE.
gonna have to. Yeah, they're gonna have to do a lot of corporate shit. Like, yeah, that
that's what
doesn't
I'm
look-
saying. So it's like, or they'll
Yeah.
go where Impact is, and they'll be on 150,000 a week.
Right,
channel.
and just die. Yeah,
Not that it would. No, I mean, hey, Impact is still going. I'm happy that they are.
I like
It's-
what they do over
it's the
there. Actually, they're
alternative.
doing a lot of good stuff.
I've been actually deep diving more again into CZW and DPW and more deathmatch matches now. I've been binging on that this whole week.
I've been watching.
Did you watch the match?
Dragon Gate
Did you watch
for
the
some
match where
reason.
they had like 200 light bulbs and they
No.
talk about each other for 20 minutes?
No, I
Yeah,
didn't watch
good.
that one.
Don't waste.
Tomorrow-
Don't
I'm gonna
waste
do
your
that tomorrow.
fucking time.
I did watch the Necro Butcher match though. It was him,
Oof.
Nick Gage, Nick Mondo, and fuck, I forgot who
Necro
else.
Butcher.
It was a CZW match. It was a scaffolding match too, I think. Oh, and Zandig.
Oh,
Yeah.
we haven't talked about
Jesus!
our favorite Dominic Mysterio won the
That he did.
uh,
Oh, we
what's that
briefly
NXT
touched on the
championship?
beginning. The NXT
North American. Yeah.
American title. Oh, are you sure it's not the
Yeah.
television? I mean, basically, it's, for,
No, Seth
Not
Rollins.
even- not even-
Seth Rollins TV champion.
it's the United States NXT.
It's the
Not even mad about it. It's all good.
Mm-mm.
I mean,
I love seeing Dom with gold. You know.
I
it's,
think
well, it's not even that. It's
actually,
the
and I don't
faction
know-
getting in line with gold.
Yeah.
You know.
But I think that you're going to see Dom more in NXT, which is where he needs to be. To be honest, like, I mean, he'll still be doing the Raw shit for sure. But I mean,
That's
like,
probably
he needs
the point. Probably.
he needs to get seasoned.
He's
I mean,
he
he's
is
good
the
in the ring.
ultimate heel.
He's actually
on-
pretty good.
Mainly because I think Triple H is going to be like, if I'm going to put you up there with like big names, like you have to be able to go. Like they can't carry you all the time.
Yes.
You got to at least carry your baggage.
You
He
can't
needs to
have
go to
everything
NXT.
produced and scripted. You've
It's not a
got
bad
to be
thing.
better.
I'm just saying he needs to go to NXT, and then you have the Judgment Day influence in NXT, which isn't a bad thing either.
He's
So
like,
I
but
think that's
Hunter,
a-
I spent time in prison. He's like, wow. He's like, never mind. You're ready.
You're fucking right.
You're ready.
yeah, he
I
dropped.
still really believe
you are the
He dropped what's his face on his head. Like he botched a move almost towards the end, right? Dom did.
Fuck. Who he fought tonight?
No, when
Are
he
you
won
talking
the
about-
belt.
Oh,
when
Wesley?
he won the belt, there was a bit of a
fuck.
botch when he. It was like almost like a belly to
Yeah, you
or
know
a back
what?
Because
suplex.
people were complaining, they're like, dude, Lee, like, how can you lose to him in a 6-minute match? This is bullshit. I'm like, this is where Dom belonged, though. Like,
And
It
it
was
helps
a- it
Lee.
was a- it
You're
was- it was a
getting
heel
Lee. You're
finish.
getting elevated by Dom. So
he,
like,
Yeah.
he had his Hall of Fame dad around him, and don't get me wrong, that WrestleMania match was flawless. Like, that was great. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say,
That was
but
a great match.
but when you have your Hall of Fame dad around you, and you have Rhea, and you have Finn, and you have Damian,
You gotta
like.
you
They're
gotta
going to make him
separate
good.
eventually.
He's
yeah.
got to be able to get in there at times by himself and actually do well. And I'm not saying he's awful.
This is
I'm just saying
Dominic
that
Mysterio.
he's got to learn. He's just got to learn and get seasoned. That's all. Like, but if they have him split time, he goes on Raw, does his little shit or whatever, and then goes to NXT every Tuesday. I think it's awesome.
And
like,
works.
I think that he needs
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
And it brings more.
Yeah.
I mean, the Judgment Day is a popular
It
faction.
brings
So
because
it's
you never
gonna,
know, is Rhea going to show up? Is Damian going to show up to help him? Is Finn going to be there?
I liked
Finn's-
it.
You'll tune in
I think it's cool.
for sure.
I liked it
Yeah, I
because
think
when
it's
they
great.
all showed up, what it was like 2 weeks ago when they showed up on NXT, something about it, like that segment felt like old NXT. I think just maybe seeing Finn there, I don't know, but there was
Yeah.
something about it. He's all,
Well,
"Daddy's
it was,
home."
I think it's
it
going
was
to be
not.
good. I really do like that.
It wasn't watered down. You saw a major heel finish. You saw a change of title where it was kind of a surprise, but not really. I mean, I think everybody kind of knew it was gonna. You're not gonna bury Dom on that. But the way it happened, we're like, whoa, he didn't just go over on him. They did a true heel finish, and they are going to try to be the new Bloodline, where they they strip everything away and they do it in a shitty heel fashion, which people hate, which makes you tune in because you're hoping that somebody finally takes them out. And they are the new Bloodline at the moment. I mean, I'm not.
Yeah,
That's not.
obviously
The
not.
Bloodline could go to a whole new echelon. I'm not trying to say they're
Oh.
done, but they are currently the new Bloodline, and it's kind of fun. I like it, as Jerry Lawler would say.
I love it.
I mean,
I love it.
I like it.
Especially where
What?
Judgment Day started, when it was kind of like,
You what?
Edge, grown Edge.
What?
But I like considering how far they've came.
taking
now.
taking Edge out of them was probably the best thing. That
was
could
the
happen.
best part, right, Dave? You know what I'm saying?
it's true.
You're like, oh, Finn's running things now. Oh, you
Yeah.
got 14 staples. Oh, I
They
bought a
should've put-
shirt. Oh,
they should've put
must-
Randy
it must
Orton.
be working for me.
They should have put Randy Orton, the great one, in there. That's what they should have done.
What if Randy was
Why don't
pulling the
people
strings
think
the
he's
whole
great?
time?
I don't know
what if
why
Randy
that's
was
even
just
a
pulling-
discussion or
Randy
a topic.
Randy was
He is
pulling the
great.
strings the whole entire time. Randy is great. I watched like a 2-minute segment of him talking to Stone Cold. You guys have probably already seen it on Stone Cold's
Mhm.
podcast where he talked about pulling down the titles that are being unified, and he literally waited, which seemed like forever, but it was probably only 5 seconds. He's like, because, and I tell everybody this, everybody that's trying to come up, when you have that moment, you just take it. He's like, it's only 10 seconds, but it feels like
Oh yeah, because he
forever.
looked down off the
I-
ladder to see if
And I know
out the ring,
Cena's
yeah.
not. And I know Cena's
He's
not
great.
getting up.
One of the
I
greatest.
can look at that and I can go to grab it and I can look down. I can look at it again. And I can look at the crowd and give him a big fuck you without having to do it. He didn't say that, but you know, and then he slowly pulled him down. And it was like, and even Austin's like, why did you do that? I think I know why you did that, but why did you do that? And he confirmed what Austin was thinking. You took the moment because that moment of your face right here, he said, I know where the hard cam is. I know where the cameras are. And I know at that moment, they are all on me. Everything's on me. And I'm going to take that moment. And I would argue less than 10, 15% of wrestlers even understand that moment. And that's why he is one of the best to ever do it. One of the best to ever do it. Who doesn't have a 5-star match? Sorry,
I would almost say, like, yeah, sure, he's not Stone Cold. He's not. Yeah, I know that. Well, see, that's more of Dave Meltzer's subscribers.
We don't want
trying to push that like that's a fact or something. But that's not Meltzer. That's the people that.
But his way of thinking is upper echelon. It's royalty wrestling level.
It is. You know, he is great. I don't even know why that's even is Randy Orton great? Like, why is that even a discussion amongst people?
Yeah, of course he is. Why? I mean,
like,
if you're gonna try to rank him over other people,
like he's the one guy. Like, hey, Kurt, what do you think of Mabel? Oh, he's great. What do you think of Edge? She's great. What do you think of Randy? He's spectacular. Oh, really?
Whoa.
Yeah. What do you think of Randy Orton? Oh, he's awesome. He's amazing.
Or it's the only one that Kurt hates. Like everybody else.
What do you think of Kane? He's great.
A piece of shit.
What do you think about
what a garbage?
Randy Orton? He's like, I fucking hate that guy.
You're like, wait a minute, there's something there. Hold
so
on.
he's pretty good. Yeah, he's pretty good. Randy was always pretty good, but yeah, Rey Mysterio was great. Edge was great. Booker was always great. Yeah.
Did you see that Cody? Somebody asked Cody about Randy one day, and he's like, "Well, when someone told me that he's now a family man, and he's totally lost. He's just seen the error of his ways. He's like, I don't trust it." And people started laughing. He's like, because I know Randy from years ago.
But that's why I love about,
and that should actually show you how great he is, because no matter who I see him team with, I'm like, he's gonna RKO him. He's gonna fucking RKO him right now, right? And he never does. Yeah. Like, God damn it! Like they've done such a good job at instilling.
But Cody was trying to tell me, he's like,
you're always on edge. You never know.
He's a viper. Yeah, like
you never know. That's the thing.
He's like, he taught me. He told me so much. He taught me so much, and I'll always be grateful to Randy. And I'm glad that he's happy in this place. And he's like, I hope. I don't say I hope. He's like, I really am looking forward to when I get a chance to be in the ring with him again. I was like, man,
it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great if it happens. I hope Randy's not too messed up, and I hope he doesn't say, doctors, I know you really feel this way, but if you and he gets hurt worse, that's man. I don't want to see that. Like I want Randy to not go off in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. I mean, that's not okay.
That's crazy. Like now, like if you think about it, it's a lot of wrestlers' kids that are on top. Basically, it's Randy, it's Cody, it's all the fucking bloodline Usos. Back then it was Stone Cold, Rock, Hogan, totally guys that weren't related. Now it's like all generational. I thought you were going to say
all these injuries, because I think you're say all these injuries are related to ass injuries, like falling on my ass, like Hogan's both hips every place falling on his ass.
Oh, brother, well if your ass looks like Brooks' ass,
Randy's falling on his ass, can't get up anymore.
What did Hogan was on a show? I don't know what show recently, and they always they asked him, like, they're like, what was your diet consisting of? He's like, before a match, he's like 3 Miller Lights and some pain pills. And then he's like, I'd wrestle a match. And then afterwards, I'd probably have some shitty fast food and like a 12-pack. He's like, that was my diet. Like, and
that's like 12, brother.
And
that's actually my diet right now. So that's
he forgot steroids, but I mean, he was like, that's why Hogan was so bloated. If Hogan actually worked out really hard and ate clean and was on roids, can you imagine Hogan?
Look at WCW. He was shredded. I mean, come on.
And he was in like great 30 shape, pounds, 40 pounds too. Like, yeah, he lost a lot of weight, but he was
he was great.
Shredded. Can you imagine Hogan's diet prime if Hogan ate clean and fucking roided on top of that and just fucking he'd have been a monster. Like
I think he's huge.
He's already a monster.
I think when he came back to
WWF, a lot of videos in '87 where he's just bloated. He's like, good God, like he's huge, but like he's just bloated as fuck.
Like, he was like 330. He was 330 pounds.
Retaining tons of water.
When you did all those Miller Lights, man, but I cut those beers out, brother. Dude. Now I got Rob Van Dam's 5-star frog.
Nowadays you have people like and I think it's like it's good nowadays, right? Like you have AJ Styles wrestling in his 40s. Even Orton, I know he got hurt, but it was probably from a spinal injury. They eat clean, they don't fucking do drugs. Like it's nice.
I feel like when you said 3 million matches, I'm like, so Hogan was like totally keep you Miller Lite in business. Like, who drinks a Miller
Probably
Lite? Like,
He's like, brother, I had a truck
Yeah,
filled
right.
at my
Like,
house
he got
every
married to
weekend,
that beer.
dude.
It's weird. Like Hogan's always drank Miller Lite. It's weird. Like
Miller
Brother,
Lite's
I
my
love
favorite
this.
domestic.
Well, they said
David.
it's light, brother. I don't know why
I
I'm
love
bloated,
it, brother.
I
Oh,
drink about 100 of them every
oh,
night.
he's been a
Clean
three
out
of
my
them.
system,
I'm
dude.
a fan. 3 of them with my oatmeal.
Yeah.
I'm
We
sorry,
should leave it
Craig.
there, right, guys?
I
Yeah,
I
brother.
Hogan and Miller Lite.
He's like, I still have my non-alcoholic Miller Lite
Yes.
beers,
I
brother.
insulted Craig. I'm sorry, Craig. I
If it
love
talks
you.
like a beer,
I don't know what we accomplished on this Unscripted, but we just figure it out for yourself.
Too much
Where's
shenanigans.
my recording?
Go ahead, brother.